grows, as more people fly in our country, as more airports will be progressively opened, as more airports will be progressively busier, so will the challenges, so will the work, and so will be the modernization and upgradation of the entire air traffic systems, the CNS ATM systems as we call, be necessary. And I'm sure we have been able to meet the rising expectations. And I would say that when I say that we have been able to meet the rising expectations, it is not just an effort of one person or one organization, it is a team effort. And that is why we have been able to grow safely, securely, orderly, and in the future we will be able to do so even better. And I would like to compliment the entire air traffic control fraternity, the ATC Guild and all the other connected with this entire complex exercise. All the very best, and my congratulations and compliments to you on this International Air Traffic. Many people are critical. Many people, I'm sure, speak without full knowledge. And for my friends from the media also sitting here or covering this conference, I'm sure there's a little bit of ignorance also of what the complexity of air traffic controls and the entire management of this exercise is. If some of you happen to go to the air traffic control room or go into the cockpit of an aircraft, then only will you realize how difficult and complex and how important a duty is being conducted by so many men and women here, but so many more outside of this room also. The fact is that yes, Indian skies are busier. The fact is that technology has moved forward. The fact is that at the end of the day, there are men and women required to man the complex machines which they have in front of them. And it is a fact that there has been a shortage of air traffic controllers in India for a long time. But certainly, as Vera was just mentioning, that there were 1,000 air traffic controllers in 2005 or 6. There are now close to 2,000 people. And that number will grow. So many people ask me in ignorance, why don't you have more air traffic controllers overnight? Can you produce an air traffic controller to man a complex operation overnight? This is ignorance. That is why I said, you hire somebody doesn't mean that he or she will, from next day, be monitoring the control of all the air traffic in the country. It is a task which has to be acquired over a period of time through skills, through experience. And that is why when we have more people, does not mean it is only a head count. It is a head count of quality. It is a head count of people who understand and know exactly how to do their job. But we are sure that over a period of time, we will be able to induct more people. There is a regular induction program going on. In fact, to the extent that in the recent past, we have also, as Ministry, told the Airport Authority of India, I don't know how much progress has been made, that is it's an ongoing issue. But I have told them that even if you require people and if there are shortage of people, you can hire people on contract even after they retire. There is no issue. After all, those people who have acquired experience, and if there is an immediate need, that need should be addressed if people are willing to join on contract for some time, even after retirement. But that apart, the most important thing is the automation, upgradation of the entire ANS CNM system, and that is very, very important. I'm sure there are many initiatives which are going on, many upgradation programs which have been approved, which have already been undertaken. The Gagan initiative also itself is, I would say, a very giant and a very major step in the direction of improving our entire reliability of the entire air traffic management program. And I would say it is not a mean achievement, because very, very few people, or very few countries in the world rather, have undertaken such a massive program. After the United States, Europe and Japan, India would be joining the 4th in the world fraternity in the automation. And I'm happy that the first operational, or the, I would say, the trial phase has commenced, and by 2013, when India will have this reliable footprint, it will make a big difference in not only in the volume, also in the quality of services which are offered to the entire aviation fraternity. And that is why I would say that we would be fully supportive of all the good work which you have been doing. And at the end of the day, what I said is that if you may have the best of technology, you need the best of people behind that technology. Technologies work only when there are good people. And I'm happy that our air traffic controllers have done an exemplary job. I would say that we are capable as any in the world, the best in the world. And that, I would say, is a great achievement which our entire ATC regime has been able to achieve. People may say anything. The fact is that in spite of all the constraints, in spite of certain technological deficiencies, in spite of certain manpower deficiencies, you have been able to manage Indian skies very effectively. But that is a thing of the past. The present, certainly our technology is improved. We have been able to upgrade our technology in a substantial way, so also our manpower. And I'm happy that certain initiatives have been taken. Again, as I said, out of ignorance, people say air traffic congestion, air traffic is not being handled properly. The fact is that it is not, as you rightly said, only the air traffic which is to blame. Sometimes airlines or the airports or other agencies are equally to blame. But very conveniently, the buck gets passed on to air traffic congestion and the kind of issues which we read in the newspapers or on television. And that, I'm sure, that definition will change. Certain initiatives taken in the last few months have given desired results. And that, I'm sure, is important not only to have flights on time, but also to discipline the whole sector. Every stakeholder in the system or in the chain must be equally responsible. It's not only the responsibility of the air traffic controller, it is also the equal responsibility of the airline, the pilot, or the airport. Everybody has to be equally effective to be able to make the entire value chain of aviation safe, secure, and reliable, and on time. So I'm happy certain initiatives have been taken. We will continue to support. Please come up with good, whatever good suggestions you have. Ministry, and I'm sure the DGCA, the Airport Authority, and all other agencies will be very, very happy to look at these, all these efforts and issues meaningfully. I'm sure, as in any organization, you have challenges, you have certain issues which need to be resolved. And I can only assure you on behalf of the ministry that we will be always proactive, look at it objectively, and be supportive in any concrete endeavor which comes up before consideration. These words, I don't want to take much of time. I've already come late. There was a cabinet meeting which I could not avoid. I have another meeting at 12, so I do not wish to come too much in the way, and I'm sure there are many important things which you can discuss. I cannot be discussing anything important except to say that yes, we are with you. So we are politicians after all. We cannot say anything more. So we have to support you. We have to look after you as an aviation family, as the head of the India Civil Aviation family. I have that responsibility, and therefore I can only assure you that certainly in fairness, in justness, and in the appropriate manner of things, everything will be looked at very objectively and positively. And I am sure that the air traffic fraternity in our country will be a very, very important milestone. After all, as I said, for the entire sector to grow, air traffic has a very, very important role to play. And I can just tell one more thing, because again, this notion has to be dispelled by you people. Most of the times, reports of misses, near misses, and all these things which are appearing in the media, and I can say it with a sense of great responsibility that 9 out of 10 things don't even happen. They don't even happen. But the blame gets passed on to you people. The blame gets passed on to the entire system. And that is why we all must also, not only while we work hard and diligently, we must also be able to give this kind of a message and this communication to the whole world that Indian skies are safe and secure and rest on very able shoulders of the entire air traffic fraternity of India. My congratulations to all of you, and thank you very much.